Hello, hello. So, got a new story today. It says here, if you don't mind, I'm not going to be nice. Trump goes nuclear on Kamala Harris. Let's see this nuclear reaction.
Again. For 3.5 years, Lion Kamala Harris has been the ultra-liberal driving force behind every single Biden catastrophe.
Biden.
She is a radical left lunatic who will destroy our country. If she ever gets the chance to get into office, we're not going to let that happen.
Why does both sides keep saying the other side is going to destroy our country? It's literally impossible. It's literally impossible for them to do that, because then they'll just lose the job. That's how the presidency works. Because people accuse Trump of going to, they say, oh, Trump is going to be a dictator. He's going to take away all your rights. He can't do that. In fact, if you hate him, you would want him to try, because then he will go to jail and stop being president.
You know, I was supposed to be nice. They say something happened to me when I got shot. I became nice.
How happy this guy is. He's just like seeing the back of his head and he's just excited.
And when you're dealing with these people, they're very dangerous people. When you're dealing with them, you can't be too nice. You really can't be. So if you don't mind, I'm not going to be nice. Is that okay? They want me to be nice.
I'll give it to him. He is adept at being an entertainer. He knows how to, talk to a crowd. As far as like career politicians, they have this weird effect where they seem to be pretending to be human. It's very odd and stilted the way they try to sort of appear normal. But with Trump, it's just like, he's been in entertainment. He knows how to talk to a crowd. He's very comfortable. He can be himself and be entertaining at the same time. So I'll give it to him. He has the charisma that they lack.
Thank you. Kamala Harris is the most liberal elected politician in American history. Did you know that? She's an ultra-liberal politician.
I had no idea.
She's absolutely terrible. She's, as you know, more liberal than Bernie Sanders. Can you believe it? She's rated...
No. Sounds terrible.
Far more liberal than Bernie Sanders.
Ooh.
And she's now trying to get rid of her record, but she can't. She's going out and saying things that she doesn't believe. And if she ever got in, she'd destroy this country so fast. So she was the border czar, but she never went to the border, right? She was appointed by this horrible president, this horrible guy. How this guy got to be president in his basement. He stayed in his basement. And we did a lot better the second time than we did the first. How this guy got to be president, what they've done to this country in 3.5 years, and we're going to turn it around. But what they've done to our country is unthinkable.
Wow. He said a lot of nothing just now. I mean, to be honest with you, if I had to choose, which I do, I would choose Trump, to vote for Trump. But he said a whole lot of nothing just now. Didn't elaborate on nothing, just like, they're terrible. We can't have them.
As borders are, Kamala threw open our borders and allowed 20 million illegal aliens to stampede into our country from all over the world. As vice president, she cast the tie-breaking votes that created the worst inflation in a half a century, decimating middle-class families and hurting very badly, as you know, all people in North Carolina. And by the way, Laura says hello. Laura, do we love Laura? How good is Laura?
Laura is the best. I love her. She's my soulmate.
She is terrific. She has done a tremendous job. You know, I'm saying it now because if I forget it later on, they'll say he's cognitively challenged. I don't want to be cognitively, no, but I want to thank her because she's unbelievable. She loves it. I'll introduce Michael in a couple of minutes, but I want to remember to introduce Laura. She's been a fantastic daughter-in-law and wife to Eric.
All right.
And she happened to name her one beautiful daughter, you know what? Carolina.
Carolina. I'm guessing he's in North Carolina. Or maybe South Carolina. Carolina.
I said, which one? Which Carolina? She said, well, North, of course.
Of course. Of course. North, of course.
Let's call them both. Do you mind if I call them both? They've both been great, frankly. And when Kamala Harris was sent...
went to boot camp in South Carolina. Terrible. Terrible place.
...to Europe to deter Russia. What a joke that was. From attacking Ukraine. How did that work out? Russia answered by launching the invasion just 5 days after she left. Putin laughed at her like she was nothing. She is nothing. She's so bad for us. Everything Kamala touches turns into a total disaster. She's destroyed San Francisco with her policies. Check out San Francisco. 20 years ago, it was the greatest city in our country. Today, it's not a livable city. She'll destroy our country if she's elected, so we won't let her be elected. We can't let that happen.
All right. I mean, he's starting to say some stuff.
Unbelievably, despite all of the damage she's caused, radical, liberal Kamala Harris now wants a promotion to deliver 4 more years of chaos. We've had the worst 4 years. You know, I say about Biden, if you took the 10 worst presidents in the history of our country, added them up, they won't have done the damage that crooked Joe Biden has done.
I mean, the first couple had some slaves. Okay.
But this November, the American people are going to tell her, no thanks, Kamala. You've done a terrible job. You've been terrible at everything you've done. You're ultra-liberal, and we don't want you here. We don't want you anywhere. Kamala, you're fired. Get out of here. You're fired.
Man. It's his catchphrase, everybody. Oh. Look, he's excited. The catchphrase.
And yet the fake news, which a month ago said she was incompetent, said she was a stiff, just a dopey stiff, the worst. Nobody talked to her.
They were roasting her.
She was firing her staff left and right. The staff hates her. Oh, wait till you see the stories that are going to come out about her staff. Oh, if that were me, there'd be...
Wasn't she accused of some sort of Me Too allegations or something like that?
All over the place, but the fake news tries to cover her up. But wait till you see, she was the worst with the staff of anybody. But the fake news is talking about lying Kamala as if she's the savior of our country. That she's so brave. I've never seen a turnaround like this. 4 weeks ago, she was the worst politician in America. Now they say, isn't it amazing? Look at her. She's so beautiful. She's so magnificent. She has a crowd of 1,000 people the other day. And the fake news, and they worked hard to get that crowd. We have crowds of 25, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70,000 people. And the fake news said, oh, her crowd was amazing. It was amazing. You see it?
Yeah, it was the greatest crowd. It was the
other
greatest
day,
crowd.
She had maybe 1,000 people. I doubt it. They worked their asses off to get those people to go, and I wonder what they gave up. They said, oh, this is such a big crowd. She's got such momentum. I don't think she's going to have a lot of momentum after this speech because I'm telling you about her. Right? We're telling you the facts. I'm just giving you the facts. But they said it was such a big crowd, such a beautiful crowd. They never mention our crowds. Like this crowd. Look at this crowd.
Okay. He really loved engaging in the dick measuring. Like he just can't help himself.
You can multiply her crowds times 20 and 30 and she wouldn't get what we get. 107,000 people recently in New Jersey. We might win New Jersey. We're up in New Jersey.
Yeah. New Jersey. Yeah.
82,000 in South Carolina. 82,000.
Okay.
And by the way, we would have had a number here that would have been through the roof. But, you know, we are confined. As beautiful as this arena is, I just met the owner.
Oh, she got tired. She got tired. All you can see is her wig now.
He said it's an all-time record because, you know, they have basketball, hockey, but with basketball, hockey, you can't fill up the floors, right?
Got to put the sign up.
So we set the all-time
up.
record, and he's a very nice gentleman, great family. But we set the all-time record. And if this thing were twice as large, it would be filled up with the people outside. 68,000 people in the great state of Alabama. 68,000. And then we did one in the South Bronx, and that can be a rough place. But we did one, and it was like a love fest. This was an amazing thing. We had 25,000 people in the South Bronx. Amazing. And if I ever had a crowd like...
Is she on her phone back here?
Kamala, assuming she had 2,000 people, assuming, which I don't think she did. But if I ever had a crowd, they'd do headline stories. Trump is over. It's all over. It's not working for him anymore. They never mention the crowd. I tell those, look at all those cameras back there. Look. And I always say, but they never do it, turn the cameras around to show them the crowd, but they never do it. They never do it. They never want to do it.
They never want to do it. Never want to do it. Anyways, that was interesting. I don't know if he has to do all of that. I mean, he's only running against Kamala Harris. You don't need all of that. But hey, he got a big crowd. He's got to show it off. You know what I mean? He's not compensating for anything. Anyways, until next time.